Hello, we're back. Another beer review. High Tide Imbibe. And I got early this morning a package I've been waiting for from Tatamagouche Brewing. Did another purchase online from them. And again, another pretty quick delivery. Got to say, their delivery service is really, really good. They use like a local courier. And so far, no complaints at all. And well packaged, too. Very, very well packaged. So they always put in the bubble wrap and make sure your stuff is safe. And they just do a bang up job all around. And of course, like $95 and under, or $95 and over, I should say. Free shipping anywhere in the Maritimes, maybe even across Canada, if I'm not mistaken. Or maybe it's a little bit more you have to pay, but for outside of the Maritimes. But very agreeable for shipping. You get a bunch of beer for not that much money, so that's cool. We're going to be reviewing their cream ale. This is their Apres cream ale. You see there's a skier on there. More on that in a second. 4.5% alcohol by volume. And like I said, cream ale. We just recently did the cream ale from Stillwell Brewing. And I was quite impressed with it. Usually the style I'm not that dialed in on, that cream ale, got to have it. But Stillwell did a really good fucking cream ale. And who knows, maybe Tatamagouche has a real good one too. I mean, they pretty much do everything else really great. So we're going to check it out and see. I'm going to quickly go to first, we're going to share Apres ski, the term Apres ski. So I'm just going to read that off actually, because it's right on Google. Apres ski, or after ski. It's French for after ski, and it marks the shift from lag-burning ski runs to one too many drinks with friends, both old and new. So there you go. And so I get rid of that tab, and I'm just going to share the tab to the Tatamagouche website really quickly, just to see if they say anything different or anything more. So let us share the screen. This is so exciting for the people watching. There we go. So, and they have a non-alcoholic too. I should keep that in mind next time we do non-alcoholic beers on BA 101. I should have one or two of those laying around for that occasion. But 10th anniversary, so they're starting to, like, I guess, bring back some beers they first made like 10 years ago or something like that, or throughout their history and kind of stopped for a while. So this Sunrise Trail Session Ale, I'm going to be doing that next. That's a beer they brought back. But anyway, we're going to go to a pre-cream ale here. They say a pre-cream ale is ready to hit the trails in winter, spring, summer, and fall. So it's a year-long release. And when I ordered it, I ordered a 12-pack, and they basically just packed a actual 12-pack box in the actual box they shipped to me. So there you go. 4.5%, like I said, medium-bodied, low bitterness, easy drinking, bronze medal winner. Water, malt, hops, yeast, and corn. There's corn in it. They got some adjunct going on here. All right. Buy in bulk and save. Yeah, it was okay. That's all we need to see there. We got Bruce Burns in the chat saying, Stillwell seems to always hit it out of the park, drinking a best bitter. Ah, yes. That's my favorite beer from them. Very, very good. Really do nail that style pretty damn well. All right, so let's pour this and let's get into the review. So when you're looking for a cream ale, you're basically looking for something that's not too bitter, a little fruity maybe, a little biscuity maybe. It's supposed to be that bridge gap between basically your British pale ale kind of thing, and more your German lager, but it's in ale form. So it's kind of like one of those mid beers, one of those, like I said again, bridge the gap between those two things, and it's usually synonymous with like, hey, an ale that's very, very lager like, but not quite like an alt beer or something like that. It's a, you know, it's not an instance where it's brewed like, you know, it's fermented like a lager or whatever. The temperatures, a lot of this knowledge I used to have is just like being replaced by social media memes and shit, and I think my brain's just burning out as I get older. Happens to the best of us. So let's look at this. It is, of course, camera doesn't do it justice because it's always going to look a little darker on this shitty webcam, but it is a pale straw color. So very, actually kind of light lagerish looking in all actuality. Go right to the aroma. Oh yeah, okay, I can smell. They say they add corn as an adjunct here. I'm definitely getting the corn coming out. It's got a very adjunct lager smell to it with that added corn. You just get like that general like graininess of the malt to begin with, and that corn note does pop up. Now it's not like an off-putting corn note. It's not like cream corn or something like that, where that's like a kind of a indicator that, oh, maybe there's a brewing flaw here somewhere. It's just, you know, it's just a general kind of like grainy, fresh corn kind of smell that you'll get from, you know, just about every macro lager under the sun that you can think of, from Budweiser to like Miller to, well, I shouldn't start throwing actual brands out because I'm sure there's a couple there that don't have any corn in them at all, and I should just shut my mouth. Cheers. Let's see how it tastes. Okay. So with the Stillwell cream ale, I felt that like that got closer to more traditionally what the style is supposed to be. This tastes more on the side of like whenever you see cream ale out there, or you see like kind of like export ales and stuff like that these days. This is more close to what those sort of taste like, especially if they have a corn component to them. The corn is actually pretty dominant in the taste. So you do get that very macro lagerish kind of grain quality to the malt. A little bit biscuity, but not in the sense that it should necessarily style wise kind of taste like more like a British bitter that's kind of had most of the bitterness taken out of it. It was pretty good. Pretty good. I mean, really, it's really with a style like this that's kind of, there's so many permutations of this. Like, honestly, it's just kind of, I don't even know. I don't even know how like beer judges and stuff judge cream ale, if they even do these days anymore, as a style, because I've seen so many variations on it. It's just like so open to interpretation. Paul with, well, it's a cream ale. Hope you enjoy it. That's pretty much it, right? That's, if you enjoy it, you've already won basically with a cream ale, because you're not going to necessarily get anything mind blowing, right? But yeah, this is more on the macro lager side than it is the ale side of cream ale. You know, it's that kind of ale that's straddling those both worlds. So and we got Bruce Bird saying, I remember Schliemann's being my macro intro to cream ale. Oh yeah. Yeah, I can see that. This is fine. It's where I put it like in the category of like maintenance beer, like um where it's that it's or lawnmower beer, whatever the fuck you want to say. It's got a little bit more weight to it, like it's upper light bodied. The malt presence is much bigger than the hop presence. Like it's got this little bit of dryness, teeny bit of bitterness in the end, but it's mostly kind of a very, very clean finish. Um, let's take another sip on it here. But it's just got that corny macro lager taste. And if you like that, you're gonna like this, I think, because it's like it kind of comes off like a more substantial macro lager, like a macro lager with more body to it. Is kind of where it sits, and that's not a bad thing. That's a maintenance beer where you know you don't necessarily slug it down like water. You maybe it's one you just kind of sip on or whatever kind of thing. Not saying it's super thick or ponderous or anything you got to really be careful with. It's just it's just you're not gonna slug it down like water like you would like a Budweiser, Bud Light, Corona, any of those things. There's a little bit more going for it. It kind of harkens towards more things like Coors Banquet or something along those lines, where it's got it's got a little bit more body, a little bit more flavor. It just happens to be an ale. That's all. So slight difference there, but yeah, it's fine. As a cream ale style wise, let's say 7.5. Say 7.5. It's pretty decent, and I mean, there's not that much places you can go style wise of a cream ale necessarily, even though, like I said, there's so many different versions of it that I've seen. But it's really, just people like, oh, ours is a little bit more like a lager, or oh, ours is a little bit more like an ale. That's generally where it sits. And mine's more like an ale to this degree. Mine's more like a lager to this degree. Yes. Okay, great. It's just an easy, drinkable, sessionable, maintenance style beer. So 7.5 for style. I think it works. My own personal preference, that's 7. I think I'll buy this again, honestly. It's a good, like I said, it's a good go-to beer. I could see myself next time I do like an order from Tatamagouche. It's like, hey, yeah, I'll throw in like a 6-pack of the Decorum, which is like 2.9% or whatever, and that's like the super light session fucking lager kind of thing. And then for the days I want something a little bit more substantial, but I still just want to have something I can drink and not think about, I could go for a pre, no problem. So I might, 6, give me 6 of those, give me 6 Decorum, whatever. And we got CB Fall saying, wonderful name for the ale and great review, Lee. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. I do like the name of it. I do like Apres. This is a nice little French word. But yeah, there we go. So that's Apres cream ale. I got one more beer to do tonight from Tatamagouche, and I will be back in, say, like 10 minutes or so, and I'll do that. And that'll be the reviews for tonight. Yeah. So cheers. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you all have a good night. If I don't see you again, and anyone who is watching later, have a good whatever. Cheers.